In Exodus chapter 2, we meet Moses, the well-known strong deliverer of the nation of Israel. But it's actually in Exodus chapter 1 that we encounter the first strong deliverers in the story. If you know that chapter, you know that that is where Pharaoh commands the Hebrew midwives, Shiphrah and Puah, to put to death all of the male Hebrew children. It's significant that in this chapter, the only people who are named are Shiphrah and Puah. We don't know Pharaoh's name. We don't know the name of anybody else in the chapter. And the narrator is focusing our attention on them and on their actions. And so what do these women do? Well, when faced with the dilemma of telling the truth to Pharaoh and the children consequently dying, or telling a lie and saving the lives of the children, they choose to lie to Pharaoh. So commentators throughout the years have focused a lot of attention on this. Was it right or wrong for the women to lie? But they're commended in the text for their actions. In fact, it's said that they feared God more than Pharaoh, and so God rewarded them with families of their own. So what can we take from this? Well, you and I might focus on the lie in the text, but the text is not focusing on the lie. So how do we understand what they did? Well, when faced with a moral dilemma of telling the truth versus preserving life, they chose the higher moral place. They decided that saving lives was more important than telling the truth to Pharaoh. And it's the right decision. We can relate to this in our everyday lives. If you're at your mother-in-law's house and she has made the most terrible lasagna you've ever eaten, you are faced with a similar dilemma. You can tell her the truth, or you can keep silent and preserve the relationship. More important to preserve the relationship with her than to speak the truth. We understand these things, and we should keep that in mind when we come to the text like this. The text commends the Hebrew midwives for their bravery. Before Moses was born as a strong deliverer, he himself had to be physically delivered by the brave women Shiphrah and Puah and the other midwives of Israel. His ability to deliver the nation of Israel is because of their brave standing up to Pharaoh and saying, "We will value the preservation of life over speaking the truth to this man." The text commends the Hebrew midwives, and we should too.